अंडमान और निकोबार द्वीप समूह के लीडिंग जर्नलिस्ट का एक ग्रुप, जिसमें न्यूज आप तक अंडमान, निकोबार टाइम्स और अंडमान शिखा इन चैनल्स के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव शामिल थे, उन्होंने प्रेस इंफॉर्मेशन ब्यूरो PIB द्वारा आयोजित मीडिया टूर के तहत तमिलनाडु के चेन्नई स्थित दूरदर्शन केंद्र के मुख्यालय का दौरा किया। इस दौरान पत्रकारों ने दूरदर्शन और ऑल इंडिया रेडियो AIR के वरिष्ठ अधिकारियों से मुलाकात की। अधिकारियों ने उन्हें ब्रॉडकास्टिंग नेटवर्क की कार्यप्रणाली, प्रोग्रामिंग स्ट्रक्चर और टेक्निकल ऑपरेशंस के बारे में जानकारी दी। दूरदर्शन केंद्र चेन्नई की डिप्टी डायरेक्टर श्री जया सिंह और ऑल इंडिया रेडियो के ज्वाइंट डायरेक्टर श्री चिदम्बरमनाथ ने द्वीप समूह से आए प्रिंट और डिजिटल मीडिया के प्रतिनिधियों से बातचीत की और पब्लिक ब्रॉडकास्टिंग की नियमित कार्यप्रणाली के बारे में बताया। इस दौरे के दौरान पत्रकारों ने ब्रॉडकास्टिंग सेंटर के विभिन्न विभागों का भी टूर किया और टेलीविजन न्यूज प्रोडक्शन तथा प्रोग्राम ट्रांसमिशन कैसे फंक्शन करती है उसके बारे में भी जानकारी ली।
They can adjust the telegram there. இன்வர்ஸா வரும். இது மேல இதுல வந்து மேக்னிஃபைடா நேரா வரும்.
அதை பார்த்தே படிச்சிருப்பாங்க.
அதை பார்த்தே படிச்சிருவாங்க. அதை ரன் பண்றது இதை வச்சு ரன்.
So live.
ஆமா.
Journalistic objective पर.
இது backdrop வந்து wall which will be switched on with relevant visuals running in the background.
हर गहने में छुपी होती है एक कहानी और हर कहानी को बनाता है खास। श्री राजेश्वरी ज्वेलरी।
शादी हो, त्योहार हो, सालगिरह या कोई खास दिन, हमारा विश्वास श्री राजेश्वरी ज्वेलरी।
यहाँ मिलता है आपको शुद्ध हॉलमार्क गोल्ड ज्वेलरी का बेहतरीन कलेक्शन, क्वालिटी जो दिल जीत ले, डिजाइन जो नजरें थाम ले और भरोसा जो पीढ़ियों तक साथ निभाए। श्री राजेश्वरी ज्वेलरी, जहाँ हर खुशी का गहना आपका इंतजार कर रहा है। पता नियर शास्त्री रोड, एबरडीन बाजार, श्री विजयपुरम। कॉल 031922333822। श्री राजेश्वरी ज्वेलरी, आपके सपनों का गहना हर मौके के लिए।
Sir, we want to understand, we are from Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So, the Doordarshan Kendra that is situated in Andaman and Nicobar is very small, and you have a very large establishment here. So, we want to understand how this establishment basically functions. How often do you cover news? Is it bulletin-based news, or do you cover news 24/7? And how is the organization structured? Do you have ground reporters? How does the news come in? And how does it get telecasted?
Well, the first question is Chennai being one of the metropolitan cities, we have 24/7 broadcast. Telecast is for the whole duration of a day and for the whole year. So it is a 24/7, but that doesn't necessarily mean it is fully news. It has education, entertainment and information. Information means news part. So in news we have 6 major bulletins, news bulletins, half an hour duration each, and then every turn of the hour we have 5 minutes express news, and then 1 hour in the evening every day, every weekday, 1 hour, one program called Pesum Neram, means time to talk. So this is basically debate on various current affairs, events of importance on that particular day. It can be either political or scientific or whatever, economics. So it touches upon every walks of life. This is the news content, and then we have this question and answer session from program section for creating awareness about the government schemes, then health, national integrity. So all these things they will take care of. And then for entertainment, again program section, they will be having a repertoire of cinemas, so which they will screen just to provide a platform for the people to get themselves entertained. So the main motto is to inform, educate and entertain. For that reason we have some time slots, and the program has major chunk of time slot. We are all backed up by engineering team to provide technical support, and we have dedicated bandwidth for satellite service.
Sir, you have served Andaman and Nicobar Island also, and now you are serving here as a head. What do you think? Which sector we can improve more in Andaman, in news section or any section?
Of course, All India Radio has already a basic infrastructure put in place. What I feel is that if Doordarshan also has a news section, regional news unit, it will be good, because newspapers cannot always reach all the islands in that long chain of the archipelago. So, in my opinion, it is high time we have a news setup in Doordarshan Kendra also in Port Blair, because as a public broadcaster, if there is a regional news unit, then the information on various current affairs can reach even the nook and corner of all the islands in the chain. So that is my observation.
Thank you.
Sir, you are an IAS officer. You know it very well that apart from the government in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, I don't think any private player can come into satellite news sector, because of the huge investment that is needed, and the output will not be there. From the commercial output won't be there. So what do you think is the solution? Is digital the solution? Do you think digital news is the future of the news industry, or will satellite keep its foothold even in Andaman and Nicobar Islands in the future?
Actually, this is march of technology. Now we are having several options like OTT platforms, then this conventional broadcast, and then also this portals, news portals. Tomorrow what we will have, we don't know. Nowadays the space for this kind of conventional television watching is now shrinking. People are now more and more getting into this small screen, the cell phone, mobile phone. So data is much faster, and anybody having a good quality cell phone can act as a journalist also. So the gray lines are vanishing, and people are getting into everywhere, professionals of so many things. Therefore, future we cannot predict now. At the same time, we cannot arrest the advance of technology also. As technology advances, we have to keep pace with that. So earlier Doordarshan had a monopoly. Now running a studio is not as costly as it was earlier. So now having a news portal is very, very easy. If a person has the capacity to gather content and basic infrastructure, then they can run a channel, kind of a portal, not like this conventional television broadcasting, but equally good portals we can have. So that opportunity is being provided by technology.
Thank you, sir.
I-
Yeah, please.
So during our interaction, you said that you did first hand, you better verify the facts and then go on. But if you see the conventional mainstream media today, especially news, they go for breaking as first, and facts are long left. So what is your opinion on that?
Actually, Doordarshan enjoys the confidence of the public just because we are not after sensation, and we are not after breaking the news and then retracting it later. There is a saying to break the news first and then faster in retracting. So that won't be looking nice. Actually, according to journalistic ethics, it is our bounden duty to first verify, because nowadays this bunking and debunking is a major issue. Anything wrong is projected as news. It travels faster, but the actual news goes off the way. By the time the false news makes 7 rounds of the whole world, That is the reality now. So Doordarshan wants to give correct news, even if it is a little delayed, doesn't matter. Whatever we give should be trusted by the people. That is our main motto. Rather than breaking the morality of storytelling or news making, it is always good to wait for a few more minutes and give the credible news. That is how we are gaining the trust and confidence of our viewers.
So one last question. So Doordarshan lately has been, hiring talent from outside. You have been a long-serving government man, and you have been working in the media sphere for the government for a long time. So what do you think of that? Like Sudeep Chaudhary has been hired by DD News, and then creators like Kamya Jani and all these kind of creators are being hired. So what do you think about that? Does the news space and the entertainment space which Doordarshan occupies in the country, does it need new age creators to come in and work for them, or do you think that the government hired staffs can still produce content for the new age audience?
Actually, the requirements are now little different from what it was in the past, distant past. Now we have space for everybody. News telling, okay, that conventional mode is fine, but analytical presentation, that requires a talent which is different altogether. So depending upon that, conventional news telling is also there, being manned by the old same setup. That is enough. But for distinguished, some kind of distinct programs, so the talent and the requirements are different. The outlook, everything is different. Unless we unleash fresh ideas, no channel can serve the people better. So there is space for all kinds of news presentation and current affairs programs. So it all depends upon the requirement of the format.
Thank you, sir.